Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I would like to welcome to our pre-trip seminar for August Umrah tour, going from the 16th till the 26th. Uh, Before we get started, I just want to go over our agenda for today. So we will have a quick introduction for the group leaders and how the program will go. We will talk about nuzuk and permits, and inshallah, at the end, we will open it up for Q&A. In the meantime, if you have any questions, you're more than welcome to put it in the chat. So when we're done giving all the information, inshallah, we can go over every single question. So before we get started, my name is Harun, and inshallah, I will be with you when you arrive in Saudi during your trip for this August Umrah tour. And we also have Sister Rahima with us. If you would like to just come and introduce yourself.
Alrighty, everyone. My name is Rahima, and I'm here to help you with anything you might need in regards to tech, apps, and things of that nature.
All right, thank you. So we do want to get started with our nuzuk and permits, which is a big part of our journey these days. It's not what it used to be if you have traveled for Umrah before the pandemic. So now things have changed a lot. So I would like Sister Rahima to actually come on and talk about nuzuk and permits.
Absolutely. So, just like Brother Harun mentioned, things are not as they used to be. So, we have a new system in regards to making appointments for in Mecca your Umrah timing and in Medina your Roda timing. So, in order to make this appointment, you need an app by the name of Nusuk. And this app runs on the internet. So whether that is through a data connection or a Wi-Fi connection, you will need some form of internet in order to run the app. So it's recommended that you either have a data roaming from your carrier here in the States, or that you go to when you go to Saudi, you use an unlocked phone to get a local SIM to ensure that you have a data connection. Another thing that people have tried before is using the Wi-Fi within the hotel. There is Wi-Fi available in the hotel to run the app and to just use that open, or keep that open throughout. It has worked for some, but I've also seen it where when they leave the hotel, they and get disconnected, the app is not able to open for them. So the safer side is obviously to keep a data connection with you, which is also helpful in other things while you're here, especially if you're somebody who likes to stay connected and have internet connection. That being said, the most important thing is that we go ahead and set up our Nusuk account. So firstly, you're going to see the app in the guide that we've sent over in the group chat, in the WhatsApp group. And I know that there have been some new numbers joining in. So after the seminar, inshallah, I will resend all of that Nusuk information. So you'll see the app both in the Google Play Store and in the App Store and anywhere else you get your apps. You download the Nusuk app. It has it's a small brown logo with the Kaaba outline of the Kaaba on it. Once it's downloaded, you can go ahead and start making your account. When you're making your account, you need some personal credentials like your passport information, your visa number, your date of birth, phone number, and an email. So with the phone number, you want a unique phone number, so two family members can't use the same phone number. And for the email, you want to make sure that it is firstly a unique email. So again, 2 to 3 family members cannot use the same email. Each of you needs your own email address that you're using, and it should be an email that you have access to and you can open and you receive emails on. So not something you forgot the password to, or don't have access to, or it's the storage is full and you're not getting emails on it anymore. Because when you try to sign in, you're going to get an OTP, a one-time passcode, right? So a 4-digit code on your email address, which you need to use to verify your account to sign in. So do use an email address that you have access to. And then from there, once you create your account, you have the opportunity to take out permits for the timings that work best for you, both in Mecca for the Umrah and in Medina for the Roda. And Brother Harun will, I think, touch a little bit more on what exactly the schedule will look like, so you'll have a better idea of this. But I can't emphasize enough the fact of how important it is that you're very proactive with getting that app downloaded. Do not wait till you're in Saudi. I've seen people make this mistake time and time again. I think possibly every single seminar, we mention that this is something you need to do today. Do not wait, do it today. As soon as this call is over, you can get started with that and you can reach out if you need help. The issue is that if you don't do this right away, you risk the opportunity, you risk the chance of those permits running out and those time slots filling up. So we really want to make sure that everyone has a chance to get an appointment, and the best way to do that is to download these apps right away and to make your appointments right away. Now I will say that currently for our dates, the Medina appointments haven't opened just yet. They usually open them on a weekly basis, so ours will open in a few days, inshallah. Most probably on Friday, but it could be a little bit later as well. So we will, or a little earlier as well, rather. We will keep you updated through the group chat. Another reason why it's super important that all of your family members who are traveling with us are in the group chat, and also that they are monitoring it regularly. I know I covered a lot of information in a short amount of time, so I'm just going to quickly go back and emphasize the most important things. So today, I really want to make sure that everyone, when we leave this call, downloads the Nusuk app. And this is something that you can both find yourself in the Play Store, Apple Store, wherever you get your apps, or you can use the guide that is in the group chat. And then the other thing you want to do is go ahead and set up that app and obviously reach out if you need any help, inshallah. It is super important that you're taking out these permits for the timings that you know you will be available and you know you can make it to the appointment, right? So um, for example, you might see on screen right now that you arrive in Medina on Thursday the 17th. I would not recommend taking out a permit for the 17th because you might be tired, or you might have a delay, or anything that might happen which will cause you to miss your appointment. Would be very detrimental, because if you miss your appointment, there's no chance to get another one. They do not allow you to take out have another appointment once it's missed for another 45 days. So you do not want to miss your appointment. You don't want to keep it at a time where you might sleep through it. And unfortunately, this is something we mention every single time. And unfortunately, lo and behold, we have a few people who have the same issue. So if you miss your appointment, truly there's nothing anyone can do. So definitely keep it at a time that you know you can make it. And the other thing that's just super important is that these appointments, when you get into the app, and if you look at the guide and the tutorial that we've made for you, you'll see that they are in 24-hour format. So a very common mistake people will make is that they'll choose like a 2 a.m. or a 3 a.m. slot, thinking that it's 2 p.m. But truly it's not, because we are using the 24-hour format. So 2 p.m. would be like 1400 or 1500. So definitely be aware of that as well, whether you want an AM or a PM permit, that you're recognizing it is in that 24-hour format. And other to that, inshallah, I can just really want to hone in and really want to emphasize the fact that it's of utmost importance that this is done right away and you don't wait. And if you feel that you need help and you're really struggling with it, or for any reason you might need a little bit of additional help, that's totally fine. Please do reach out. You have the admin numbers in the group chat. You can reach out to us privately, inshallah, and we can help you from there. Brother Harun, if there's anything else that you'd like to mention regarding the apps?
Yes, thank you, Sister Rahima. So I do want to mention, if you had a previous at the Marna account or you already have a Nuzuk account, those are valid. You can continue to use them. I'm sure some of us have traveled after the pandemic, and as long as you have the same passport, usually what I've seen in the last couple of months is any old accounts with expired passports, those accounts are not valid anymore. But I have been using the same account since 2021, which was at the Marna, and then it switched over to Nuzuk. So if you already had an account, try to log into that. I know some people even previously had issues where they don't have access to the email they were using. They do have a way to update it, but some of the accounts have deactivated if you haven't used them. So go ahead and try to create it with that new email. As Sister Rahima mentioned, please, it's very important that we have these accounts out of the way. And if you need assistance, of course, reach out to our team. If you have not received your visas, please reach out to our office so they can send you over any documentation that you still require. So I do want to move on to our schedule for the trip. So our schedule is we will be departing on the 16th, inshallah, from JFK Airport. Brother Samiuddin will meet you at the airport. He will be handing you over Ainul Haramain bags to use while you go into Haram, and a little pouch that you can use for documents while you're in the Haram. Both things come in handy throughout the trip. And those products are made to help you, to assist you during your journey over here. And then inshallah, as you depart on the 16th, on the 17th you will be arriving in Riyadh, and you have a layover and a flight to Medina. When you arrive in Medina, inshallah, I will be receiving you at Medina Airport. We will take a bus to our hotel, and then inshallah, at the same night, I like to do a walking tour. Once you get settled in, inshallah, I want to see if everyone is good to go. Usually after Isha is the best time that works for the walking tour. So we will be inshallah doing a quick walking tour, showing you where the women enter in, where the men enter in, where do you need to go for your salam, and then for the men and the women, basically where you need to get online in order to go pray in Riyaz al Jannah. And of course, I will also be going over this information again, where you need to leave the hotel early so you don't miss your permit timing. A lot of time, what happens is people are in line with the permit, and by the time they reach their checkpoint for the permit, their permit time has already passed. And we have heard a few people say they were not able to get in. So it's very important that you leave at a time where you can arrive there much earlier, inshallah. And then the following day is Friday. So you will catch your Jummah prayer, inshallah, in Masjid Nawawi. We are doing our historical tours on Saturday. Our historical tours are planned for the evening after Isha. It is really hot in Saudi at the moment due to summertime. So it's a more comfortable time, and it does keep your schedule for the day open. And then you have the 20th, the 21st. Those are two open days. I'm hoping everyone is able to obtain their permits on Friday when you arrive in Saudi for the 20th and the 21st, so you can have Riyaz al Jannah, the Roda permits out of the way, and actually go and pray inside as well, inshallah. On the 22nd, we will be leaving from Medina to Makkah, and we do perform Umrah the same day. And I will recommend taking a permit out for any time, as they are not as strict as they are for the Roda. So for Umrah, as long as you have a close enough time that you're going in by 5-6 hours, they are okay with it. So I would suggest to take a permit out for anywhere from 8 p.m. maybe 7 to midnight. Any of those timings are fine. So anything that you see after 20 all the way till midnight till 24, all those timings are good, so you can take that permit out. And then the 23rd, we have an open day, so you can rest. It is a very energy draining activity, Umrah. And of course, if you have anyone, help for health reasons, maybe you need a wheelchair or anything like that, I do recommend using electric wheelchairs during your Umrah, or maybe you just want to perform tawaf, walking, but you're not able to complete the entire Umrah activities. Electric wheelchair is a really good option over here these days. And then on the 23rd, of course, you do need to rest a little bit. On the 24th, inshallah, we will have our historical tours. You will catch a Friday prayer on the 25th. And then we do, even though our departure is for the 26th, but it's a early morning flight for the 26th. So we will be leaving for the airport approximately around 12:30, 12:45 a.m. in the morning. So it's very important to prepare yourself after you're done with your Jummah. You can start to prepare, just pack everything that you need to pack, and just have most of the things done. We will give you a timing to have your luggages ready for being picked up, approximately around 9-10 p.m. So once you have everything ready, you can leave it outside, go for Isha if you want to go perform Tawaf al-Wida, or just go spend some time in Haram. This is a good time to do that. And inshallah, just be prepared to leave right after midnight, 26th morning. We do pay for the night, so you don't need to worry about checking out after Jummah or anything like that. So you do have access to your room all the way till we actually depart to the airport, inshallah. So you do have your flight approximately 6 a.m. and you arrive back at JFK, inshallah, approximately around 11:30, 11:45 a.m. the same day on the 26th. And this is our schedule for the trip. I do want to go over a few more things, a few tips, just so you have a more comfortable trip. Number one, please make sure you are carrying a little bit of cash, even though many places will accept credit cards. There is a possibility you may run into some stores where they don't accept any cards other than local cards or just cash only. So if you have any credit cards that don't charge you foreign transaction fees, these days the best option is to actually use your card. Other than that, the exchange rate is approximately 3.75 to each dollar. Try to carry new $100 bills. It's a little easier to get the best possible rate. I would also suggest to actually, I should have started off with this. Please, if you don't have all family members in the WhatsApp group, share the link with them so they can join as well too. So just in case one person misses the notification, some other family member can get it as well too. So it's very important to have all the family members in there. That is the main source of communication from Ainul Harmain's team to all the guests that are traveling with us. So just this is just one of those things. Just please make sure if every family member has a phone and they have a WhatsApp, just have them join the group. It does make things easier for everyone. Please carry a one of those refillable water bottles. They come in handy throughout the trip. Every time you go to Haram, fill it up with Zamzam. Try to take advantage of drinking as much Zamzam as possible while you're here. So this way, the Zamzam you take back, you can distribute it among your friends and family. So please carry one of those refillable water bottles. It does make it very easy, and you do want to keep yourself hydrated. It is hot over here, so you want to make sure you're keeping yourself hydrated by drinking plenty of fluids. For the luggage allowance in Saudi Airline, you are allowed two luggages, 50 pounds each, one hand carry and one personal item. I do suggest to carry light while you're going. So if you're planning to shop in Saudi or maybe bring some dates back or anything else, you do want to have some weight left so you can utilize that on your way back. Sister Rahima, if you want to add anything else onto the advices before we move on.
Absolutely. I know Brother Harun touched on the fact that it's going to be extremely hot. So, coming from the States, we have, dermatologically tested sunscreens and, things like that. So definitely keep your skin products that you might need to avoid burning in the sun, as well as sun hat, visor, sunglasses, things like that, making sure that you're taking care of yourself, because if you're not taking care of yourself, you won't be able to do the ibadah, you won't be able to enjoy your trip the way you're meant to. So definitely, making sure that you're keeping hydrated, and if you're somebody who needs it, keep hydration packs or things like that, but definitely be sure to keep like a nice powerful sunscreen.
All right, Jazakallah khair. And one more thing I forgot to mention, please make sure you're carrying all the medication you may need during the trip. It's very important to not to forget that. And just some tips throughout the trip. Please, in your hand carry, especially when we're departing for Makkah, make sure to keep your hand carry with you. Any cash, jewelry, any valuable belongings, keep it with you. Only send the luggages outside so the bellboys can pick them up. And then this way, you have anything you need access to, it's with you at that moment. Make sure to check all the safes before you leave. Make sure you have your passport with you before you leave the room. Before you leave, I mean, from Medina to Mecca. But please don't carry any documents into Haram or large amounts of cash. The hotels are safe. No one will be picking up anything or touching anything, and you are provided with safes in the room. So anything you want to leave in the safe, you can leave it in there. Uh, Other than that, inshallah, we're just hoping for a smooth journey. And if anyone has any questions, please feel free to put it in the chat so we can go ahead and start answering questions. All right. I see a few hands up if you would like to unmute yourself.
Yes. So during the call, assalamu alaikum. Um,
Waalaikumsalam.
We were trying to put in like our information into the Nusuk account and register, but
Mhm.
it says it has like an internal server error.
So give it a few hours. I would say maybe even give it like 7 8 hours. Sometimes they're doing updates, so it will take some time. Other than that, we have seen where sometimes the app needs updates. So if you can go check on the app store if the app needs any update, or the best thing to do is actually uninstall and install again. But if not, inshallah, I will also follow up with this and see if this issue continues. Sometimes that happens, the servers are down for 24 hours, they're just doing updates, and then after that, they are good to go, inshallah.
Okay, inshallah, jazakallah khairan.
وإياكم.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Yeah, I was having the same issue with Nusuk for my wife as I try to register her. Now I'm getting the server error, but before it wasn't taking the code. Every time it would say incorrect.
Give it some time. These are issues that do come up time to time. It hasn't come up for a while, so I'm assuming they're doing some major updates into the app. But give it some time, inshallah. And if the issue still continues, reach out to one of our team members. Maybe it's just a few accounts, sometimes it's all accounts, but definitely reach out to us, inshallah.
Okay, inshallah. And my other question is, I'm traveling with the kids, one infant, one toddler. So are strollers allowed in the Mataf or in Masjid Nabawi?
They are allowed, but on the women's side, they normally don't let them take the kids in. So you will have to take the kids onto the men's side.
So in the men's side, can I bring the the cloth stroller with me inside the masjid?
I have most of the people traveling with kids, they will usually pray in the courtyard. But if you're walking in with the kids in your hands, they won't bother you. I have not seen strollers inside yet. So I can't
Okay.
really confirm. Sister Rahima, if you can
I
advise on this one.
believe the strollers are not allowed in Masjid Nabawi. They're allowed in the courtyard, but not in the actual structure of the building.
Okay,
And
so I
as
need
for
like a
the
carrier or something to bring them in the masjid.
exactly, and then on the women's side, their children are just not allowed inside the masjid altogether. They're only allowed to sit in the courtyard.
Okay, and what about the mataf, meaning the ground floor of the haram? Are strollers allowed there, or when performing umrah on the ground floor?
So they do keep changing these rules. I seen a few strollers 6 7 months ago, but in recent times they haven't let any strollers in. So you will have to either go on the top floors, but in this situation, I would actually highly recommend for you to do it on an electric wheelchair. It will make it much easier.
Yeah,
Me doing umrah on an
as I
electric
know,
wheelchair?
Yes.
as far as I know, the strollers are not allowed on the main mataf.
Okay. I mean, because the tawaf is, because I've been there a few times, alhamdulillah, the tawaf is like pretty long on the other floors.
It is. It is very long. It's almost each round is as much walking as one tawaf when you're doing it from upstairs. So that's why I'm advising. Like if you're doing it from upstairs, I would highly suggest to go with the electric wheelchair option.
Okay. And my other question is this the same with Safa and Marwa on the ground floor?
Safa Marwa, no one will be bothering you with the stroller. It's not a problem in Safa Marwa. The most of the issue is in the Mataf area.
So can I carry the stroller with me into the mataf and not use it, or like put it to the side and then use it for Safa and Marwa?
For the infant, I would suggest they have like these belts where you can carry the infants in. So
Yeah.
it makes it much easier. That's what I used when I was doing Umrah with my infant. So this is what I will advise to you as well too. It's much easier because while you're carrying the stroller, if you leave it anywhere, as
Mhm.
even the slippers, you lose pretty much everything you leave anywhere. It's a big masjid and it's very hard to find.
Okay. And what about entering the mataf outside of Umrah? Is it allowed, and what about second Umrahs?
No, outside of ihram, they're not allowing. But for the women, nobody really checks. They don't know whether they're in ihram or not, so they can walk straight in. Most of the women in the group, they're actually praying closer to the mataf area.
So, for example, let's say it's Fajr time or something. You already perform your Umrah. Can you put on ihram and enter the mataf, or you need to show an appointment?
They're not as strict in Makkah regarding the Umrah appointments, but you are able to take out an Umrah appointment. Like once you're done with the first one, you can take out another Umrah appointment. You can, and they're pretty much available throughout. So if you do decide to do something like that, if you just want to have a backup appointment because they're just checking for something for a close enough time, you can even take something out for like 9 a.m. and continue to use it throughout the day like that. But you do need to be in ihram in order to enter the mataf area.
Oh,
Okay.
you need a question.
Yes, sure. This
Yes,
makes
sir.
sense.
Assalamu
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can, sister. Yes, I
Okay.
can.
Please, my question is about visa number. How could I get it?
Sister, inshallah, after the meeting, just reach out to our team. We can go over the information, inshallah.
Okay.
Assalamu
All
alaikum.
right. Wa alaikum
Yes,
assalam.
all right, for the flights from JFK, is it gonna be in the afternoon or in the morning? Or
What time?
The
we don't have
flight is at 2 p.m.
oh,
We
2 p.m.
do advise everyone to meet us at the airport approximately anytime around like 10:15 to 10:30 is usually a good time. You beat all the rush, and if any issues occur, anything happens, we're able to resolve everything. Please don't leave it for the last minute because the flights are going pretty packed. These are summer flights. So it's highly advisable to come a little bit early, inshallah, get checked in. If you want to hang out with family after that, you're more than welcome to do so. But please cross security before noon,
That's
before 12
better.
o'clock.
Okay.
All right, thank you. And for the road, you say you're gonna be it's better to do it in the evening because it's too hot in Saudi Arabia right now, right?
The Roda,
Yeah.
honestly, like the permits are so limited. Anytime you find, I would suggest to take that time and proceed with it.
Okay.
I'm just talking about historical tours. We will inshallah be doing it after Isha on Saturday.
Well, you don't need any permit for the historical tours, right?
No. This is something like we arrange the buses. We will take you from location to location and show you
Okay.
around. Even the walking tour, these are activities on our own. The only thing you actually need a permit for in Medina is the Roda, also known as Riyaz al Jannah. For the men's salam, there is no permit. You can go as many times as you want, and no other activity requires permits. So other than the Roda.
All right. Jazakumullah khairan, okay? Thank you.
You're welcome, brother. All right. If there are no more questions, inshallah, we will stop the meeting over here. And I am looking forward to welcoming everyone over here in Medina, inshallah. And Brother Samiuddin will be at the airport at JFK to give you further instructions. And inshallah, just looking forward to a good journey. And I hope Allah accepts, the intention we have all made to travel to these holy places, the holy cities of Makkah and Medina, and accepts our prayers and accepts our Umrah and our Ibadah during this trip, inshallah. Jazakallah khair, everyone.
Assalamu alaikum, Brother Harun.
Yes.
Another question.